Hey guys, today's a special day because we're making not one but two different pastas. We are making lime pasta in tribute to last week's lemon pasta. And we are making some of the American Fettuccine Alfredo after making the traditional one because I didn't make the American one yet. I'll make the American one today. You know the drill at this point. 2 pots of water on boil. So you want half a pound of fettuccine for the for the fettuccine Alfredo. About 6 ounces of linguine for the lime pasta. But now, some of you guys should have seen the lemon pasta video, but in case you didn't, lime pasta is just the same. Add some olive oil to this pan. You need a lot of olive oil, as you can see. Like about that much. Okay, close that. I'd say about half a cup or something. 4 to 6 tablespoons. That'd actually be more like a quarter cup, but whatever. Anyways, as long as it's covering the base of your pan. Our fettuccine Alfredo is going to need a lot less Parmesan than it did for the traditional Italian one. It's going to need about 2 ounces of Parmesan, which we're going to grate. Looks like our pots of water are boiling already. These look good enough for pasta. So, gonna add some salt to the left. Gonna add some salt to the right. Maybe a bit more. That's gonna season our pasta. Now I'm going to put our pasta in both of these. I'd prefer at the same time, but unfortunately I'm recording. Maybe I'll do the fettuccine first because it takes longer. Put our fettuccine in here. Put our linguine in here. Tongs. Twist these both in. And now, both of our pastas are in the water. Get in there, you. How rude. Now both of our pastas are in the water. I'm going to set my timer for 10 minutes. And after that, the linguine will be cooked. And we'll put an extra 2-minute timer because the fettuccine takes 2 more minutes than the linguine. For the lime, it's way easier to tell where you zested the lemon. I know it looks a bit green on camera, but in real life, it's actually kind of bright yellow to almost white. Right now, our fettuccine is 5 minutes away from being done. We're going to add about a cup of heavy cream to this pan on probably medium-high heat. There's our cup of heavy cream. And we're going to add 2 tablespoons of butter. Now, what I would do is, of course, if you had more room, I'd kind of swirl this around so the butter emulsifies. Ugh. So, you want this to reduce by about half. Unfortunately, this is done. I haven't even grated the lemon mixture yet. Unfortunately, I didn't have the time to use the tongs to put the pasta in here, so I had to save the pasta water in here. It was not how I wanted it to go. I can only imagine what Chef Collins was doing when all the orders were different. Anyways, we're going to add about half cup of cold heavy cream to halt the cooking process. There. That's what's going to stop our Alfredo from becoming too thick. I'm going to keep this at low so it doesn't end up boiling and becoming too thick and reducing too much. See, that's what I want. Oh, crap. Well, fettuccine's done. Trust me, I don't know what it was like for Chef Collins making more than one type of shape of pasta at once. It's really stressful. And apparently the fettuccine water looks a little less starchy than the linguine water. This is so stressful. Anyways, I think I'll just finish the al limone part first. I'm probably going to put this over the pot. Okay. Anyways, half the zest in here, half the zest in here. Gonna cut this lime in half. I'm pretty sure there won't be as many seeds in the lime as a lemon. I'm gonna put half of it in here. It's really good for my hands and I don't have a juicer. I'm probably not going to drop this lime because it's smaller than a lemon. This is actually probably going to be stronger than lemon pasta. Because limes are so strong. Go away, lime half. Probably roll this, loosen it up. I want all the juice out of this lime. It's called lime pasta for a reason. If you don't like lime, why are you watching this video? Probably for fettuccine Alfredo. Anyways, I'm gonna try executing the fettuccine Alfredo first. So what I would do is I'd probably add the pasta at this point. It's nicely seasoned, apparently. Should have paused the camera. This is not fun for viewers. So I'd say that's about enough fettuccine. Probably give us a mix so that thickens up the cream. Oof, that went all over the place. So probably gonna add our Parmigiano Reggiano. Oh, where's our nutmeg? Where'd my nutmeg go? Well, I can't find the nutmeg. If you had nutmeg, this would be really, really good. But I will add some fresh, say that's enough ground black pepper. And I do, hold on a second. A quarter cup of our fettuccine water, because it's not the linguine water. And I'm probably going to stir this around until it becomes a nice sauce. Wait for the cheese to melt. This will be nice and thick. If we had nutmeg, like I said, this would probably be better. Unfortunately, I don't have any. It's kind of hard to toss this with a heavy pan. I'm not going to try it, maybe for the lemon pasta. I'd say that's good of a sauce. Let's see if it needs any more salt. I'm just going to taste one noodle to see if it needs salt. Could use a touch more. Kind of found out what it needed. That's why people taste their food, if you don't know. to see if it needs more salt. Maybe I need more cheese. Now let's taste it. Better. Now he's going to keep this on low so it doesn't end up boiling and cooking my fettuccine, and so it's still hot. Time for my lemon pasta. Now I'd say this pan, you want to put it on the heat. Actually, now that is intentional. Really low. I'm gonna put in my pasta. So that's our linguine. I'm gonna stir this around. Hopefully it's not too dry. It is a bit dry, drier than I want. That's getting our pasta nice and separate, more than it was before. And I think it's not separate anymore because it's too dry. Now I know what it's like under the pressure. I'm going to do what I did before. Yeah, this one's enough. That's our first spoon of pasta water. We're going to put 4 in a total. Oops. Olive oil pasta. Not limey enough yet. I'll just add the other 3. So that's number 2. That's number 3. That's number 4. Please don't be stuck together yet, Alfredo. Great, not stuck yet. I can still taste some Parmigiano. Now we're gonna take this mixture. How much cheese is in here? That's almost all of it. It's more than last time, though. 1 spoon. 2 spoon. Get a nice fork. One that doesn't have cream on it. Mix this up. Make our Parmesan mixture. See, that's a bit thicker than last time. That's how I like it. Nice and thick. Now, there's our... Hold on a sec. There's our Parmesan lime mixture. Now, let's mix this up. Get it emulsified with the pasta water. The rest of the pasta water. If this sauce ever looks too thick, you can always add more pasta water. If it's too thin, add more cheese. I'm still baffled I don't have any nutmeg. Let's add some more, definitely some more cheese. Either Parmigiano or Pecorino. Now, the reason we don't measure cheese like I just didn't, I just put about that much. That's all I can say about it, it's that much. The reason people don't measure their cheese, it's because it's a personal thing. I'm gonna get my tongs. Oh my gosh, creamy. It's so creamy. I'm horny. Oh my gosh. My finger shouldn't be doing that. Doesn't look melted, doesn't look creamy, but it probably is melted and creamy. It's still hot. I'd say this is looking creamy. Could use maybe a touch more cheese, but I'm gonna taste first. More Parmigiano than before. I like the taste. The olive oil is shining more than it usually does. And I think the lime I think the lime and the I think lime goes better with olive oil than lemon. Sir, would you like to come downstairs to the restaurant setting? Sure. For your fettuccine Alfredo? Right. By the way, no trespassing in the kitchen. If you trespass, we will kick you out of this restaurant / house. Not their house part. Huh? If you trespass in the kitchen, we will personally kick you out of the first floor and bring you back here. Why? I'd like to see it. For the rest of the day, at least.
I would kind of like to see you force me out of the first floor.
I know. I know I did give you your menu here, but I'd prefer you eat down there. I'm just helping you remember no trespassing in the kitchen. I guess that means Chef Skinner is guilty of trespassing at the end of the movie. Right? Because he no longer works there and he invaded the kitchen. Well, since this is a restaurant setting, please no trespassing in the kitchen. Oh crap, that's still on. Daddy? You trespassed.
No, I didn't make it in there.
Oh.
Well, let me turn on the light.
Daddy, here's your serving. Careful, it's hot.
Thank you.
I can only imagine there's a library setting with the table. And then the librarian said, "Please be quiet in this meeting." And the person was like, all right, I want to. What did you say? I can't hear you.
This is all that.
No, both of them would be kind of loud because one can't hear the other.
What?
All right. Here, ma'am, here's your fettuccine Alfredo that you just ordered.
Thank you, sir.
It gets mistaken for PTO and accepted, and now they picked up a shift instead of getting on.
That, I might be wrong, but that sounds stupid.
It's due to work-based exhaustion.
Oh, it's not stupid then.
Yeah, it's unfortunate though.
Uh-oh, how unfortunate. Uh-oh, how unfortunate. Uh-oh, how unfortunate. I know how much you like to fight, so add a new problem to your night.
Ah.
Yeah. Essentially that. I'm not a huge fan of citrus pasta.
Me.
While I can appreciate how it would be enjoyable, it is simply not to me.
You guys want some Parmigiano?
Please.
Okay, tell me when to stop.
That's good. Thank you.
We already have some in here, right?
Yeah, but would you like some more?
Sure, why not?
Tell me when to stop.
Okay, good. Thank you.
That's barely any.
That's okay. It's just a little bit of garnishing. Alright.
I shall wait for the host to
I'll
sit
put it-
down.
Oh no, you guys can eat. Actually, yeah, do that. Would you guys like some extra freshly cracked black pepper?
No, thank you.
Yes, please.
Okay. How fine should I do this? Probably the finest setting. Tell me when to stop.
That's good.
Okay.
Thank you.
After all, black pepper's pretty strong.
Yes. Don't want to go excessive.
I'll put more black pepper on my Alfredo, but not my lemon pasta.
Good choice.
Huh?
Good choice.
Imagine black pepper and lemon.
No, it might actually enhance it, but. Are you ready?
I need my forks. Keyword. Key letter, the S at the end. So, hey, you want some Coca-Cola with that?
Sure.
Not acting like a waiter this time?
May I have the other can?
Why?
Because I would prefer that one.
That one that's partially busted?
Yes, that one.
I was planning on only drinking one, but whatever.
You don't need to drink this one. You could replace the other one with this one.
See how opening that one would go.
Thank you.
Alright, Daddy, now it's time for me to taste both of them. Even though I already have, because what's a chef that doesn't taste their food? So that's got enough salt and stuff. I still prefer the traditional Italian one without cream. you know, stronger and stuff.
Did you put cream in this?
Yes.
Very nice.
Unfortunately, you won't be able to eat as much as the traditional non-cream.
Why is that?
Lactose intolerant.
Fair.
Did you already put pepper in or something else?
I did put some black pepper, just a little.
Okay.
I tried.
So look at this. I mean, it's long.
I tried finding some nutmeg, but I couldn't find any. What's that?
Not sure. It was in her pasta.
Oh.
Send her. Paper towel.
Yeah, not close.
Well, unfortunately, we don't have any paper towels nearby, but we do have these napkins. I have to say, this lime pasta isn't as strong as lemon pasta.
No, I would like him to clean the floor that you just spilled on.
Oh. I thought you wanted me to clean my leg. And honestly, it's not that bad down here.
No, but I heard it spill, so it needs to be cleaned up so it doesn't get sticky and full of ants.
Hey, ants are friendly. Correction. Flick the ant is friendly.
Yes.
What?
Actually, I forgot about that.
No, I think you haven't seen the rest of A Bug's Life yet, which is most of it.
Yeah. All we've watched is the intro. But hey, look on the bright side. That one.
Oh. Another right. I mean,
Xander, what
yeah,
else did
right.
you put in here?
Parmigiano,
Mm-hmm.
black pepper.
There are some green bits.
There are green bits.
Yeah.
Yes, see the little green bits?
I might have accidentally put lime zest in. I might have accidentally gotten the lime zest in there.
That makes
Okay,
sense.
then I feel better.
Yes, in fact, that makes perfect sense for the part that she found.
But you can still eat green stuff.
Of course.
Yeah.
As long as it's identified.
Yeah. You have to know what you're eating, Xander.
Mystery green stuff is concerning.
I know.
I mean, I'm thinking cloth. I'm thinking.
Mm-hmm. Although if you managed to get green cloth into the food, I'd be impressed. Because I don't recall him using anything with green.
So, Daddy, what did you prefer? The previous non-cream Alfredo or this one?
It's a tough call.
Really, I think it's a no-brainer.
Perhaps for you, but my tastes are a little bit different.
Yeah, I just prefer stronger things, especially in cheese flavor.
I think I prefer the other one.
Any reasons?
The flavor of this one is much more muted. Whereas I think the noodles in this one are cooked better.
Yeah.
The other one has a better sauce, in my opinion.
Well, it's the same brand's pasta. And, of course, they call for the same cooking time.
Right. But this is just a little bit more done so that you don't have that extra hardness in the middle.
Also, this is a debatable one, but the cream one just doesn't look as good.
That is debatable. I think that's a matter of opinion.
Tastes good to me.
Do you think the cream one looks better?
The only thing that bothers me is the black specks and the green specks.
Well,
The good news is they're small enough that you don't have to taste them. The bad news is, if you convince yourself that you can taste them, then
No.
suddenly you can't.
No, I can't.
That's good.
So far, but I don't know if I've gotten them off or not.
I'm gonna admit this. I'm gonna say this lime pasta is cheesier than it was before.
I gotta get a decently good burp stored up so that I can do a disturbed scat.
And there's not too much citrus this time. It's just the right amount.
I'm just going for that. Oh,
There's definitely less of a citrusy flavor, but I think I like this.
Good.
You want to taste it?
No, thank you.
Okay.
Neither.
Not really feeling lime at the moment.
It's just a weak lime flavor, not a strong one.
That's fair. However, as long as I've already got a taste profile set up, I might as well stick with it.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
You probably shouldn't set taste profiles for things.
Set? No. I have one already in place because of what I'm eating. If I start mixing different tastes into it, it will change how this tastes to me thereafter.
Right.
By the way, you know something I think is do you know one thing I especially think you shouldn't put cream in?
Wheat.
Lemon pasta.
Yeah, fair.
Or lime pasta.
Absolutely fair.
Or whatever.
Yeah, because
Citrus.
then you end up with curds.
No
curds
way.
and whey.
It's not that. I just think that,
It does, though.
Curds? No way.
I just think that the lemon wouldn't, I just think that the cream would block the lemon flavor.
No, it creates curds.
You know what might block the lemon flavor?
What?
Baking soda.
Why?
Because lemon is acidic and baking soda is basic.
Oh.
And there will be a chemical reaction between the two, resulting in water and something else I forget.
Makes it, nullifies both.
Salt, I think? Salt and water? Yeah.
I don't remember.
What about OV? C-O-V. CO2.
ID?
Ah, yeah, CO2, of course. Water and CO2. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Thank you. I had forgotten.
Water and carbon dioxide?
Yeah, what? It's water and CO2.
That makes a lot of sense, actually. I wasn't thinking of the volcanoes. Which is vinegar and baking soda, typically. So, yeah. Good call.
Thank you. I'm just hoping you realize that it was CO2 and not COV.
I'm very tired, and 2 nights ago, the work that I was doing was called HOV, and it's still kind of stuck in my head. At least it's not COPD.
What's that?
I think I got it.
Cardio something pulmonary disease. What was that?
Carbon dioxide pulmonary disease?
No.
No, if it's COPD, it would be carbon monoxide pulmonary disease.
Why?
Because there's only one. No, let's see. COPD is chronic obstructive pulmonary disease.
There you go.
Because the arteries get clogged and stuff.
Well, we're learning here.
Or rather, the
I learned something.
not the arteries. All of the little tubies that go to the bunchies in your lungs get blocked off, and that's COPD.
I'm just glad I made you remember something in science class instead of the other way around.
Honestly, that's going to be happening more and more.
Why?
Because you're getting into the higher level stuff and
He's
have
got to
a
keep up with you.
generally good grasp of the basics now, and I have long since forgotten much of it.
1 through 9 is basics science?
Essentially, yeah. Like 1 through 8.
Oh. Did you like advanced science?
I love science.
And
Is
I
there any
learned that-
science you don't like?
Pseudoscience.
What's
Although
that?
It is amusing. I don't really appreciate it much. Pseudoscience is fake science that is offered up as substantial.
So pseudoscience is just fake?
Yes,
Wrong.
that's what
Well.
pseudo means, fake.
Pseudo-woodo, fake word. Pseudo-woodo.
Yes, but in this case, pseudo is spelled P-S-E-U-D-O instead of S-U-D-O. But
I know.
The pseudo and pseudo-wudo is just a play on words.
Pseudo-legendary.
So you're right, it is fake wood.
Pseudo-legendary.
Right, a fake legendary.
So Dragonite's a fake legend?
Yes.
Why?
Which is kind of another play on words, because a legend is something that people believe is real, but
Oh.
is not real. It's
That's
or possibly
arguable.
not real. It's like
Except
it's
Dragonites.
A legend is just a story.
Mm.
Whether you believe it or not, the story is real. It's really a story.
Yeah, it's really a story.
Except Dragonites are everywhere.
Now, a myth would have something to do with beliefs. Because it's a legend
So that's
that
why-
has followers.
So that's why Mew is a mythical and not legendary.
And you gotta be careful not to myth out on those. What?
So that's why Mew is a mythical and not a legendary like Mewtwo.
Right, because people believed in Mew. And took the legend of Mew and incorporated that into their systems.
Everyone probably knows what Mewtwo is.
But not everybody knows what Mewtwo is in that world. Because he was created.
Why is Arceus a mythical? And not legendary?
Because, are we still talking about the meaning of words here, or just in general?
Yes.
So, literally, he would be mythical because there was a legend speaking of him that people believed in, which made him a myth because they couldn't interact with him directly. Therefore, he's not a verifiable existence.
Technically, wouldn't that make every single legendary a mythical, even the 3 legendary birds?
No. Legendary means that they have a lot of stories about them.
Especially the beasts.
Mythical, much harder to interact with.
So it's easy to interact.
Yeah.
So it's
I
easier.
think you buzzed and then I chimed.
So it's easier to interact with Articuno, Zapdos, Moltres, Raikou, Entei, or Suicune than something like Mew, Arceus, or Celebi.
Yes. Because part of being a myth is the lack of proof. But a legend can have all the proof in the world, just as long as there are good stories about it.
By the way, Dad, you know what the biggest problem with legendary is? The Pokemon, the legendary Pokemon.
What?
There's too many of them.
That's fair. But the Pokemon world is pretty old, so they have a lot of
And-
legends.
I feel like for Pokemon to be legendary, they 1 need to be very strong, 2 need a good story, and 3 there needs to be just one of them.
You
and-
know what there's also too many of, in my opinion?
What?
Gods in China.
Oh, and Greek mythology too.
Fair. But I think China has a few more than them.
Anyways, Daddy, so if I took
Yes.
those three categories into consideration, the legendary birds would be just birds.
And I really like Galarian Articuno.
Galarian Articuno is our favorite.
Okay.
What is it?
It's a Pokemon that has a different form as of the release of Pokemon. Which ones were they?
Sword and Shield.
Sword and Shield, yes, thank you. I wanted to
I
say
feel
Sun and
like-
Moon, I'm like, that's wrong.
I feel like in Gen 1, I feel like Gen 1, best to worst, goes Zapdos, Moltres, and Articuno, and I feel like for Gen 8, it's the exact opposite.
Hmm.
What the heck did they do to Galarian Zapdos?
It did it dirty.
Exactly. That's why I decided to release my... Actually, I did not release my Galarian Zapdos. Well, that's good.
Did you know that the inclination to stay more quiet in an empty house is a sign of abuse?
No, I didn't know that.
I found that out when I was trying to figure out why I couldn't be loud in my car.
Wow.
But yeah, victims of certain abuse, especially psychological,
Mm-hmm.
are much more likely to not want to make too much noise even when there's no one around.
Mm-hmm. Well, you know, it is a pleasure, though, when you're used to getting yelled at,
Mhm.
to
Oh, I'm aware.
listen to the quiet
I am aware.
and enjoy. It's a blessing.
I used to enjoy nights where everything was silent except for the sound of pouring rain.
Yeah.
You know why? Because nobody was saying anything and Mom didn't like to be out in the rain.
Daddy,
So she was somewhere else.
Daddy, assuming every chef knew Remy was sanitary and sentient, would Skinner knocking Remy across the room be considered animal abuse now?
Yes,
Why?
because he's still an animal.
Or would it just be considered abuse?
No, animal abuse. Just because something is sentient doesn't mean that it's equal in the eyes of the law. Laws only apply to humans.
So,
He would need to be accepted as an official part of society for laws to start applying to him. In effect, he would need to be a citizen of the place where he is in order to need to follow his laws.
so you know how Ultron's an AI, right?
Yes.
If Ultron abused a human or something, would it now be called human abuse or just abuse?
No, that would not be either. Because Ultron can't be charged with anything. More likely, Tony Stark would be charged.
Why?
Because he created Ultron.
For abusing himself.
Yeah. It would be attempted suicide at that point.
Why?
Because his own creation tried to kill him. Either that or, what would it be? Something akin to criminal malpractice.
Don't the people in the Marvel Universe at this point know that Ultron is very evil and that Iron Man's a hero?
Iron Man is not strictly a hero. He's also a businessman.
What bad things has Iron Man done?
Mostly business.
Specifically Tony Stark.
Mostly business. See, in order to be a successful businessman in a big city, you need to be something of a sociopath.
Tony had to do some horrible things then?
We didn't have to, but he chose to.
Yeah.
How dare you, Tony?
Do you remember... have you seen all the Iron Mans? You haven't seen any of the Iron Mans, have you?
I haven't seen the Iron Mans.
I didn't think so. Well, at one point...
I think they're PG-14 or something like that, aren't they? Or they are...
they're PG-13, I think. Especially with all the innuendos, which I was actually about to talk about.
I don't really care about the age ratings.
Yeah, neither do I. But there was one point in Iron Man 2, I think, where Tony got part of a suit stuck on him. Normally he would step into this device and it would take off all the pieces of the suit.
Was it while fighting War Machine?
No. I don't think so. Normally he would step into a machine and it would either put on or take off all these various pieces of the suit.
Right.
But one of the pieces got stuck on him. So it was just kind of yanking him around a little bit. And then Pepper walks in and he looks at her and says, "Let's face it, this isn't the worst thing you've walked in on me doing."
That's what Pepper said?
That's what Tony said.
Oh.
Which suggests that he does bad things behind closed doors.
Well.
I said suggests.
Mm-hmm.
Like, what if she walked in on him torturing a puppy? He could be talking about that.
You want more Alfredo? Okay.
I can't eat any more food either.
I will finish hers, though.
Okay.
I honestly don't think I can take more Alfredo. I can probably finish the lemon pasta, though.
Fair.
Lime pasta.
The good news is you have enough there for a serving to be saved.
Yeah, that's true.
I hate microwaves, and I hate having to save leftovers.
You don't need to reheat it in the microwave. And saving leftovers is a good way to avoid wasting food.
Yeah.
How does Pepper eat pasta?
Oven.
It wasn't baked, though.
It wasn't baked, but if you stick it in the oven for a little bit, you can reheat it without actually baking it.
But I just want it creamy, not crunchy.
Then don't cook it until it's crunchy. Just cook it until it has enough heat in it to eat.
Okay.
Alternative, toaster oven. But you need to be careful about the dish you use for that.
I feel like if I put this in the microwave, the butter would separate. Same with the oven.
If you use the toaster oven, I recommend putting fresh Reynolds wrap on
Fresh foil?
a tray. Yes.
It's really not the best option for reheating pasta anyway.
Anyways.
It's actually, I think, better than the oven because it's
Ouch.
it's a small area.
Right.
It can reheat your one serving rather quickly.
Daddy, you want to know the worst?
And then you pull out the tray with gloves.
Daddy, you
And
want
dump it on the plate and put it back and let it.
That's fair.
It's real easy to deal with.
My only concern is the oven is high tech enough to kind of even out the heat distribution, whereas the toaster oven is heating from one side essentially. Don't do that anymore.
It's
Okay.
from the top and the bottom at once.
Daddy, you know what the worst part about making this creation is?
What's that?
There's 2 shapes of pasta.
Honestly, that could be pretty cool
Why?
because it gives you a little bit more variety in each bite.
Fettuccine combined with linguine.
Yeah.
It's not really that variety, like, is it?
I mean, as far as texture goes in your mouth, it could be. My concern was that once it has sauce on it, it's not the best for tossing. I realize you're trying to mix them together better, but I just don't want the sauce going
Very
everywhere.
odd.
That won't happen though. It normally wouldn't.
But well,
Sauce going everywhere.
the sauce is extremely easy to accidentally fling.
Yeah.
These sauces are a bit thick.
They're still easy to fling.
I'll admit the Alfredo's a bit too thick, probably.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe too rich.
Mm-hmm.
Really?
It's good.
That's good.
It's too thick for dipping, but perfect for pasta.
I just got a bunch of fettuccine stuck to each other. Huh. Nice and chewy and meaty. That's how dry pasta should be.
Meaty pasta.
Well, that's why people cook their pasta to al dente.
Is it?
The purpose of semolina pasta is to have a nice meaty and dense chew. It's one of the reasons that I think semolina pasta would actually be better with bolognese and fresh. Better in most cases, actually.
Different.
Okay.
Thank you for cooking. Now we
You're welcome.